The 2022 travel season ended with days of headaches and delays for travelers. So now we're taking a deep dive into the travel landscape of 2023. From pricing trends to how global events are affecting airfare, we're looking at some data in the 2023 report from going.com. Joining us now is Scott Keys. He's a founder and chief travel expert. Scott, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, a lot to sift through in your report. One of the headlines, though, I pulled from that was surging travel, surging prices, more people obviously out traveling, but there's still that shortage of airline and airport workers as well as pilots. So that means fewer planes in the skies. What does that mean, though, for our pricing when we're trying to buy a ticket?
That's right. Look, one of the reasons that airfare spiked so sharply in spring and summer of 2022 was because leisure travel demand, vacationers rebounded back to pre-pandemic levels, but the number of flights was still down about 15–20%. So as a result, you've got demand fully rebounded, supply still down quite a bit, and that leads to higher fares. The good news is that starting in June of last year, airfare started falling, and it's actually fallen 6 of the past 7 months. That's one of the reasons why I'm actually pretty bullish on cheap flights going forward in 2023. I think a lot of that pent-up demand starting to get released, and airlines starting to piece by piece add more flights, more pilots to the schedule, which will take some of that pressure off of fares.
Okay, some good news there. And you mentioned cheap flights. That's something that we all love to hear. You suggest booking in the Goldilocks window. Can you explain when people should book to get those deals?
That's right. Look, the tired advice of, oh, book your flights on Tuesday at 1 p.m. or book exactly 63 days before travel, that doesn't work to get cheap flights. Instead, the best way to do it is to book in a certain period in advance of travel when cheap flights are most likely to pop up. We call those Goldilocks windows. So if you're traveling during off-peak, like winter, spring, fall, typically about 1 to 3 months in advance of travel for domestic flights or 2 to 8 months for international, that's when you see those cheap flights most likely to pop up. But if you're talking about peak travel, middle of summer, Christmas, New Year's, more like 3 to 7 months in advance for domestic travel, 4 to 10 months for international. So you're talking about further out. I'll give you an example. Right now, out of Austin Airport, there are flights available from Austin to Barcelona for $508 round trip. Those types of fares available for the spring and fall aren't going to be available if you wait to book them until just a few weeks before departure, because at that point, prices are likely to be much higher.
And Scott, lastly, as Southwest Airlines maps out its recovery from that holiday meltdown that many people experience, how will that impact the airline industry? And is there any assurance that that won't happen again?
Yeah, look, that was awful. I mean, that was a debacle for not only for the airline, but for hundreds of thousands of people trying to be home with family over the holidays. I think that they dug themselves into a pretty massive hole that they're going to have to do a lot to repair their image and to make it kind of make travelers whole and rebuild that reputation going forward. I don't know if we're going to, it'll be a long while, I think, until we see them rebuild the type of behind the scenes tech that's going to require in order to prevent those future meltdowns. But there's other things that the airline can do in the meantime, like trimming their schedule a little bit, starting to cancel flights for a little bit further in advance when they know there's going to be bad weather, rather than trying to muddle through and just hope for the best, but ultimately that resulting in far more cancellations as a result. So I'm cautiously optimistic we're going to see a better cancellation and flight delay outlook for 2023, but I'll be the first one to call airlines out if they're not living up to that promise.
All right, well, I'm sure you will. Scott Keys with going.com. Thank you so much.